Hi guys, thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Damian, I'm the creator of Heroes of the Shire. Today I have with me
Chloe.
and we're going to have a quick 1 versus 1 PvP arena mode combat. You can see 2 characters. I've personally pre-selected the warrior character to play.
I've gone for the hunter.
Okay, lovely. And we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to show you guys how to play at sort of this slightly more elite level. We both know how to play this game. We've played it close to 500 times each. It must be by now. And we're just going to play it how it should be played. We're not going to play up for the camera and act how we wouldn't act. So I plan on killing Chloe as fast as I possibly can.
I plan on killing you the same.
Okay, fantastic. Guys, we have had a couple of people asking about table space, and the game looks like it needs a lot of table space. And most of the time it's because we have these extra boards on the side, these spell mastery boards, okay? So I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Dice Throne. On Dice Throne, these little extra boards on the side, they use for storing the tokens. They're not actually boards, they are just little pieces, little sort of thin pieces of cardboard. And in our manufactured version, we are replicating the exact same thing. So in our prototype, these are actually boards, but logistically it makes a lot more sense. It makes the game lighter to have these as cardboard. So what I've done here is I've just shown you what it's like with the board side by side, and that's how much space is required. But a little nifty thing Chloe likes to do when she plays is she's not using a board, she's using one of the cardboards, and she's able to tuck that underneath her board, and only the path that she's followed on the spell mastery board is actually visible, whereas you can see on mine I have all 3 of my paths visible, but I only actually need this one path because this is the one I've selected for arena mode. And that's because in arena mode, unlike the leveling system that we have for scenario mode, we already start with our characters at level 5. And I have today picked the Ancient Warfare path because I like DPS.
And I've gone for the companionship path, which is all to do with pets.
Great stuff. The turn order card we've pre-set up, and that goes on who has the highest agility value. I have an agility value of 5.
And I have 8.
So you guys can see the hunter always goes before the warrior unless I have any way of buffing my agility above 8, which will then readjust this turn order card. Okay, I have some cards here. I've got my Brawl Stance, my Support Stance, and my Defensive Stance that I'll be using throughout the game today.
I've got my pets ready and waiting.
Fantastic. When you're ready, Chloe, I think we can begin.
Okay, so the first thing that happens is the token upkeep. I currently have no tokens here. And then the second thing is the dice upkeep. I have no dice. So it then goes to the hero ability. The hunter's ability is called Loyal Companion. So she can summon a pet during her hero upkeep at the very start of the game. But this really cool ability over here is called Double Trouble, which says you can now summon 2 pets to fight alongside you. So I'll have to choose from these 2 pets. Got the bear, the snake, or the bird. I think I'll go for the bear. And I'll go for the snake as well. So I'm just going to add those to the turn order. The bear, I'll go for the snake first.
Oh yeah, sorry, what's their agility?
Yeah, snake's quite fast.
7?
Yep.
Okay, so he goes before me.
And then we have the bear. It's pretty slow.
Good old chunky bear.
He goes at the very
What's
end.
his agility? Oh, 2.
2
Okay.
agility, yeah. Okay.
Into your main phase.
Yeah, main phase. So I will start by. I should probably attack straight away, I think.
Feel free, I'm all open.
We'll go for.
I have a defense value of 6.
Okay.
So anything lower than a 6, I will be able to defend off.
Okey-doke. So currently, I think we'll go for Piercing Shot. It's a pretty cool spell. So it will pierce through your defense regardless of whatever it is. So
Okay.
It's my strength, which is 6, plus 2 damage. So that's 8 altogether on a pierce.
On a pierce, so 8 damage. I can't defend against that. So 40 minus 8 already. Before I've even had my turn, I'm down to 32 HP.
Woo. Okay, next in the turn order is the snake. So we will go for...
Oh, I think you forgot to place
you forgot to
your
put the
health dice on your snake.
There you go. Let's pop the health dice. So we'll go for Poison Fang, which is the snake strength, which is 4 plus the 2 damage from the spell and a poison. So altogether that's 6 damage coming your way with a poison. Oh, hang on, 7 damage. I forgot about this ability over here. This really cool ability says Strength of the Wild, where my pets, the bird, the bear, and the snake, deal an additional 1 damage when they attack. So that's going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. I have a defense of 6, so I take 1 damage.
And you also get poison.
31, and I get poisoned.
Yeah.
Poison is a condition that does 3 damage, but it's over 3 turns, so it's 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. Immediately when it's applied, I take that 1 damage, so I'm actually down to 30 health before my turns began.
Great. To the warrior.
Okay, so third in the turn order, the warrior. Beginning of my turn, I do have a token, so I come into my token upkeep. Token comes down, I take another 1, down to 29 HP. Dice upkeep, I have no dice. Straight into my hero's upkeep. My hero's upkeep here allows me to pick a stance, defensive stance, support stance, or brawl stance. I think I would like to mirror the aggression that Chloe has shown me. I'm going to jump straight into brawl stance. On the card here, so let me see if you guys can see. I'm not too sure. What have we got here? Oh, there's the camera. In Brawl Stance, I get -2 defense and I get +2 strength permanently. So what I'm going to do is take my +2, pop it on my strength here on the permanent column, and then I get a -2 on the out defense. Okay, then we come into my main phase, and on my main phase I think I am going to cast over here my spear throw ability. I'm going to throw my spear at you. I have an attack modifier here of strength, so my total is 7, but the damage it says here I got to roll a dice. Odd roll equals 10 damage, and an even roll equals 1 damage. Okay, so I'm going to take this d6 over here, roll it, come on, I want an odd number. I got a 3, fantastic. So the spell now reads, because I landed on an odd, 10 damage. So it's 7 plus 10, that's 17. Okay, however, I have an ability here called Fighting Lesson. I gain an additional +1 damage when in Brawl Stance. So that'll actually be, sorry, I said 7 plus the 10, 17, plus the 1, that's 18. However, I have an ability at the very bottom here called Ongoing Strength. You gain a permanent +1 strength whenever you cast your spear throw ability. Okay, so I'm casting my spear throw now. That's a permanent thing, hence the name Ongoing Strength. So I'm going to be wanting to cast my spear throw as often as I can to continuously grow my strength. So, sorry Chloe, that was a grand total of 18 damage coming your way.
Whew, okay.
I'm going to target the hunter, not the pets.
Okay, so 18 at the hunter, minus her total 4 defense equals 14.
And that will be the end of my turn. I'm just checking I haven't missed anything. We're all good. Yeah, no more abilities.
Okay.
Next in the turn order, we've got the bear.
Right, so we'll go straight to the bear. The bear has a really cool spell called Scratch. So I think we'll do his 4 damage, his 4 strength, plus the 3, plus the 1 from the Strength of the Wild ability over here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage coming to the warrior. 8
damage. My defense is now 6 minus 2 because I'm in Brawl Stance. So 8 minus 4, I take another 4 damage, taking me down to 25.
Cool.
25, 21 at the end of round 1. I'm liking my odds. Guys, we've come to the end of the turn order chart, so that's the end of round 1, and now we simply start all over again. Nobody has changed their agility values, so the turn order stays exactly the same. Over to you, Chloe.
Okay, I think this hunter could do with some more pets. So
I like it.
We will use this boar trap over here, the support spell called Boar Trap, which I can summon a boar, add the boar pet to my ability tab. So I will find the boar. Here we go. So the boar gets added here. Let's pop that one there. The boar's health is 14. ball needs to get added to the turn order.
What agility have we got?
6 agility.
6. So the bear comes down to here.
And
I shuffle over to there.
6 in there. Okay.
So it's hunter. We've got snake, boar, warrior, and bear.
Ooh. Okay. And that's the end of the hunter's turn. I forgot to do her token upkeep, dice upkeep. My apologies. That should have happened first. Whoops. Okay. So, that's the end
yeah,
of the
straight over
turn.
to the snake.
Straight to the snake. We'll do Poison Fang again, which is strength 4 plus the 2, that's 6, plus the extra 1 from Strength of the Wild, that's 7 damage, and the poison is reapplied. So,
okay, so 7, my defense is 4, 7 minus 4 is 3. I take 3 damage, down to 21. The poison's reapplied, so it goes back to 3 turns, and because it's reapplied, I lose an extra 1 down to 21. Okay,
yeah.
so then it's over
And
to
then
the boar.
Straight to the boar. Okay, he's pretty cool. We will do this spell called Rally the Wild, where he and another pet can attack with him. So the boar's strength is 4 plus the 2, that's 6. So first of all, should I resolve that first? We'll do...
It all happens together.
All happens together. So the boar's going to be attacking for 6, and I think we'll choose the bear to attack.
Okay, so the boar hits me for 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, I'll take the damage from that first.
Yeah.
So I take 6 minus 4. I take 2 damage from the boar. And how much damage am I taking from the bear?
And the bear, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Does that include the extra 1 strength of the wild for the boar, yeah?
Strength of the Wild is only the bird, the bear, and the snake.
My apologies, you're right, yep.
So that the little boar doesn't get the extra +1, but the bear does. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the bear.
8 from the bear, minus 4, I take another 4, taking me down to 15.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And that's the boar's turn over?
That's the boar's turn.
Okay, so it comes to my turn. The beginning of my turn, token upkeep. I lose another 1 from that poison. It's not looking good. Down to 14. I then have my dice upkeep. I will down tick this dice with my spear throw, so I can cast it in 2 more turns. Okay. I think I'm going to have to jump out of Brawl Stance, unfortunately. The pressure's on. Mm-hmm. I think I will jump into Defensive Stance. Defensive Stance gives me +1 defense, and it increases my base HP by +5. So I grab a +5. Sorry, because I've left Brawl Stance now, I lose the +2 and the -2, because they are permanent buffs, but only whilst I'm in Brawl Stance. So my +5 on the health, that puts my grand total of health up to 45. But when we increase our base HP, we also gain that HP immediately as well. So I do go up 5 health, taking me up to a grand total of 19. My apologies, guys. What I missed at the beginning there as well is the warrior's board over here. I don't know if you can see from there, but you can see I have here defensive stance, and I have 4 spells, and I have support stance, and I have another 4 spells, and then I have brawl stance, and I have 2 spells here. Over here on this board, my ancient warfare path gives me another brawl stance. This is a brawl stance bloodlust, and this is another brawl stance spell over here as well. Okay, so I can only cast these spells when I'm in that particular stance. So now I'm dropping into defensive stance. I can only cast these 4 spells here on the left, which are my defensive stance spells. So sorry, I missed that in the intro. Okay, so I've done my token upkeep, I've done my dice upkeep. We come to my hero's ability. I've just changed my stance, and now into my main phase where I can pick a spell. I think what I would like to do is hold the line. It's got a cooldown of 6. It's one of my better spells. It grants +3 defense for 3 turns. So we're on the 3-turn column, defense row. To myself and all my allies, and in a 1 versus 1, I'm the only person I can target with that. So that is the end of my turn there, Chloe. I've just buffed my defense. Good luck trying to get through that. And I'm sorry, guys, I did miss as well on here chatting about that base HP, that I also get +1 defense permanently by being in the defensive stance as well. So I now have a defense of 10.
Okay.
Which will hopefully prove quite difficult to get through.
I'm not sure this bear can get through your defense, so I think we'll decide to do the support spell, which is called Protect. where I can place a redirect the bear condition on the hunter. So I can redirect the damage to the bear for 2 turns. So we'll do that.
I'll grab you the
Yeah.
token, redirect bear.
Yeah,
there you go.
for 2 turns. Because he's got no chance of getting through that defence, I think.
That is exactly the tactic I was going for. Cool. And then that is the end of round 2. We then go straight into round 3. Yet again, no one's changed their agility values, so the turn order stays exactly how it is.
Okay.
So Chloe goes into her token upkeep.
Token upkeep, slides down, and dice upkeep. 5, wasn't it? 5, 4. Great. Okay. And then here's upkeep. Just stays the same because the pets stay. That just happens once at the start of the game. I think we'll go for... Should I work out your defence? What's your defence currently?
I have a grand total of 10.
Ooh.
6 plus an extra 4.
I think maybe the only chance of me getting through it is to use my favourite spell. So we'll go for Marksmanship, which reads, the next spell you cast grants knockback, I'll get that ready, and deals 50% more damage. You can now cast another spell this turn, so we'll do that. So I think the next spell I'll choose to cast is Hunter's Strike, which adds Strength, which is 6, plus Intellect, which is 3, plus the 1 from the spell. So that's 10 damage, plus 50%, but we do that percentage after. So we'll do 10 damage coming at you.
Okay, so that is a prime example of a big misplay there, guys. I have a defense of 10. Chloe is attacking me for 10. And she probably realised it's a little bit too late now. You've cast that, Chloe. You can't take it back. The percentages in this game do not get added at the very beginning. So Chloe's now announcing an attack of 10. We don't increase that by 50%, so it doesn't go right up to 15. We tried this before, and it's really, really difficult to balance and heroes without going sort of into 10, 20, 30, 25%. And we know maths is not everybody's forte. So what we've done is we only have 50% and 100% damage in the game, which is just duplicating that same number or halving that number, which is, it keeps the maths nice and simple for the average person. So the number would be off the final figure. So Chloe hits me for 10. Right now my defense is 10, so she hits me for 0, and then it's 50% of 0, which, as we all know, is still 0. If I didn't have these modifiers, just so you guys understand how this works, if I had 6, your attack of 8 would hit me for 4, because 10 minus the 6 would equal 4. It would then be 50% of that 4, so then that attack would actually deal 6.
Whoops, I wasted that spell, but you still get the knockback.
That's correct. I still get the knockback condition, which you'll see what that does in a moment when it comes to my upkeep.
Okay, so Hunter's turn.
Over to the snake.
Yeah, is over. So with snake, I think we will Poison Fang again, which is 4, 5, 6, plus the extra 1 from Strength of the Wild, 7 again. And it reapplies the poison. Okay,
well, my defense is 10 still, so I take 0 damage from the initial attack. However, the poison reapplied, I go down to 18.
Okay, over to the boar. Rally the Wild drops down. Oh, cool, I think I can get through the defense here, because the boar has a Ferocious Bite spell, which is the boar's strength on a pierce.
Okay, so what's the damage?
So that's going to be 4 in total.
On a pierce.
On a pierce.
And for those of you watching at home, a pierce means that the enemy does not reduce their defense value. I can't defend against a piercing attack. So if it's 4, I just take 4 straight off my health total, taking me down to 14.
Well done, boar.
Get in there. Let's get in there. Okay, and then it comes over to the warrior, so I'm next. Okay, so I go straight into my token upkeep. My 3 defense comes down. I take 1 from the poison, down to 13. And then I also have this knockback condition. This knockback condition says I have to skip my turn in order to get back up, or I can discard the token in exchange for 4 health. So I'm going to go down to 9 health, and I am going to take my turn. Okay, so that's my token upkeep. Now I come into my dice upkeep, where I reduce the value of all my die by 1. So my spear throw is almost back up. My hold the line goes to 5. Stances, I think what I would like to do is, what's your health over there?
21.
21. I think I'm going to stay in defensive stance, so nothing changes. I'm going to head straight into my main phase. In my main phase, I'm going to take a cooldown die, and I'm going to cast this spell over here called Body Slam, because there's nothing better to body slam a hunter. It deals 0 damage, but I have 2 attack modifiers. I add my strength and my defense. So my strength is a grand total of 6, thanks to that +1 from my fighting lesson that I learned earlier from throwing that spear. So it's 6, my defense is currently 10. So 0 damage, +6, +10, so a grand total of 16 damage coming your way. I'm going to target the hunter again.
Ooh. Okay. 16.
Minus your defense.
Minus my defense is 12. Okay. We'll go.
12 from 21
9.
takes you down to 9.
Oh yeah, actual 9. There we go.
9 and 9.
Woo.
The tables are even. The tables are even. And that is the end of my turn. We go over to the bear.
Okay, so the bear protect drops down by 5. And we'll scratch again, but I'm not sure it's going to get through that armour this time. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, and you've still got 10 defence.
8 damage. So
yeah.
Something I just picked up on there, and this might happen from time to time because you can see, guys, there's lots of stuff going on. During Chloe's turn, she forgot that she has a redirect to the bear.
Oh yeah.
So on my last attack that hit for 16, Chloe would have been able to actually redirect that 16 damage to her bear now instead. Okay? So I'm going to be very kind and see if Chloe would like to take that back or not.
Could I take that back, please?
Yeah, sure. So Chloe would gain...
So it's on 21.
Chloe's on 21.
And that token now gets removed. This is the end of the hunter's turn still, isn't it?
No, this would have been at my turn. During my turn,
during your
I
turn,
cast
yeah.
Body Slam.
And it was 16 damage, wasn't
Total
it?
16
Minus the bear's defense.
of 7. Yep. So it's a grand total of 9. Would have been redirected to the bear.
Okay. So the bear is on 7 health. Okay.
Okay, and then my apologies. Obviously, then you would have gone back to the bear's
Back to
turn.
the bear.
And sorry, you were in the middle of an
Yep.
ace and scratch.
So scratch does 8 damage, but you
I
currently
still have a
10
defense
damage.
of 10, so I defend that scratch attack off. Cool. And then it goes straight back to round 4.
Okay.
Or straight back, should I say, to the hunter's
Back
turn
to
at the
the
beginning
hunter.
of round 4.
So token upkeep, I have no tokens currently. We'll go dice upkeep. Let's go stuff
In the
down.
dice upkeep, all our dice reduced by a value of 1.
Okay. Okay, you've still got high defense.
Yeah, I only have a health of 9, but I do have a defense of 10.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna buff her strength this turn. So we'll cast this spell called Inner Beast, which gives the hunter +3 strength for 3 turns. So I don't think there's any much chance of me getting through that defense. So we'll buff her strength.
That
this
makes
turn.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, ready for some attacks later.
Just to point out there, guys, this little green icon, the same as all the other icons on the board, means you can target one ally. So Chloe wouldn't have to target the hunter. But of course, in a 1 versus 1, there's no ally on her team. So of course, she's going to target herself. But if we were playing 2 versus 2 and we were on the same team, I could kindly say, Chloe, could you give me +3 strength instead, please? So I can deal some crazy damage with Wind Fury. Okay, cool. Yeah, so hunter's turn's finished. Over to the snake.
Over to the snake. We'll do Poison Fang again. So strength 4, 5, 6, 7.
+1.
Yep, so 7.
Sorry, yeah,
Total.
I can defend the snake's
Yeah,
attack off,
but
but
it does apply
it
poison.
reapplies poison, so I take 1 damage from the poison. I go to 8.
Brilliant. Okay.
Over to the boar.
Boar again. Drops down to 1. This boar can get through your defence. It has the pierce spell again, ferocious bite, so it is just 4 on a pierce, so 4 damage.
4 damage, I can't defend, so
Undefendable.
8 minus 4. You're getting there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking good. 21 versus 4.
And then over to the warrior.
Okay, so it goes to the warrior's turn. My token upkeep. My +3 defense is now only on its last turn. Poison, I take 1 more damage down to 3. My dice upkeep. Spear throw, the spell has come back because the dice has disappeared. My body slam goes down to 2 more turns. My hold the line comes down to 4 more turns. I don't think it's looking good for me, unfortunately. I think I'm going to go out with a bang. I'm going to jump into Brawl Stance one more time. Brawl Stance, I lose that +5 on that base HP. I also lose the +1 on my defense. But in exchange, I do gain a permanent +2 strength and -2 defense. Whilst in Brawl Stance, I think I would like to cast one of my favourite spells in the game is Wind Fury. Wind Fury is over here, so it's on the Brawl Stance section, so I can cast it because I'm in my Brawl Stance. Brawl Stance states it deals 1 damage, but it strikes 3... Oh, my apologies, I can't cast Wind Fury because it deals 4 damage to me. I did not see that at all. Anybody would think I built the game. Instead, I think I am going to charge at you then. Okay, so charge, it deals 5 damage plus knockback. It only has a cooldown of 5. However, it adds my strength modifier, so 5 plus my strength. My strength is 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 plus 5, 13 damage and a knockback. And I will target 1 enemy, and I will target, as always, the hunter.
Okay, so 13 minus my 4 defense, 9 damage. Okay.
21 minus 9,
21.
13.
13.
No, my
No,
apologies.
12.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
But you do also receive that knockback
I
condition
do,
that
yeah.
you gave me earlier. I've now knocked you back with a warrior's charge.
Okay. Your health's looking pretty low.
I know, it's not looking good for me. And I will pass, that's the end of my turn. It's over to the
Okay.
bear.
Over to this bear. That drops down protect. And the bear, ooh, your defense is kind of lower now.
Yeah, it's 6 minus the 2, so that puts me at 4, but plus the 3. I'm at 7 defense at the moment.
Ooh, okay, so the bear is attacking you for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, so I only take the 1 because 8 minus 7. I am down to 2 health. And I don't think I'm going to see another turn. And that is the end of round 4. So then the round 5 begins and we start again with the hunter.
Hunter. Token upkeep, my strength buff drops down by 1. I will choose to lose 4 health to take my turn. Otherwise I would normally skip the turn, but I will choose to take 4 health.
Choose to get back up from that knockback
Yeah.
condition. So what are you at? 8?
8 health.
That's looking better. You're into single digits now.
Okay, and then we'll drop the die down.
Yeah, do you want your dice upkeep?
Keep. 1 and 3 and 1. Okay, so you're looking really low. I've got to hit you for more than
More than 7,
7.
yeah. Otherwise I can defend against it.
Can we do that? Okay, I think we'll do. Oh, I've got the strength.
You have a strength of 9
Yeah,
now.
strength of
yeah,
9,
After that
okay.
inner beast from your previous turn.
I
so
think we'll
the odds
choose-
are in your favour.
I think we'll choose to do. Let's choose to do long shot. Looks pretty good. So long shot is 9 plus an extra 3.
Total of 12.
12 damage.
Minus
Yeah.
7 hits me for 5. Puts me to -3. What happened, my trusty warrior? So that game sees me losing at the beginning of turn 5 to our fantastic hunter over there, who has been played by Chloe. So well done, Chloe.
Your trusty pets. Woo.
Guys, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you got a quick, brief overview of 1 versus 1 arena mode. We could have tailored these characters however we saw fit. I went down the DPS path, which just proved to be a little bit too weak and vulnerable against a really powerful hunter with her trusty pets. Any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments on our Kickstarter page, and we look forward to bringing some battles to a table near you soon. So once again, thanks very much for joining us. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.